twice a day, morning and evening. You know what it represents, the incense? Prayers. Prayers, okay? Again, people didn't pray on a daily basis. Everything was done through the sacrificial system. So that's why they have to burn the incense, the symbols, the prayers. Okay, also in Revelation, you have the bowls of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And the high priest, when he had to enter the Holy of Holies, he had to take some of the incense with him. Right? He had to take the prayers of the people. He had to represent the prayers of the people. And he had to take the blood as well. Okay? So he took the blood on one hand, he took the prayers on the other hand, and with those two things, he entered the Holy of Holies. Okay? Now the blood that you see here, that was put here only on Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. So just once a year, the high priest would put the blood here. That's it. Okay? And the blood was to purify. It wasn't a symbol of sin, this blood. It was a pure blood. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, just trust me. So, questions? No? All right, so let's talk for a second about the high priest, and then we'll go on. So the high priest, when he has special clothes that represents who he is and what is his job. Okay, you can see he has the stones, right? God says, carry them on your heart. You see the names also written on the shoulders. Why? That's the responsibility he had to carry. Again, he represents the people, okay? Which is ironic. Why? Because first he built a golden calf, right? And made lots of people worship it, and now he needs to ask forgiveness on their behalf. Okay? And this was his everyday clothes. Okay, every day he had to wear all of this. It was very, very expensive. He had almost like a crown. It says Kodesh Adonai, holy to God, that everything he does is holy to God. But on the day that he entered the Holy of Holies, now, again, in 2 weeks at Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, if you'll be here in the country, you'll see everybody go with white. That is a tradition that started here. The high priest would not enter like this. He would enter humble, only with white, only with the linen, one piece. No gold, no stones, no bells. Okay? The bells, when you hear the story that they tied a rope, that is something that happened in the Second Temple. It did not apply here. Okay? There's no bells. He just went humble into the Holy of Holies to ask forgiveness for sins. So, should we go in?
Before we go in,
Yeah.
can I have this one and this one read? I want you to start right there and then go to verse, let's see. You read verse 3, let him read verse 4.
Behind the second curtain was a second section called the Most Holy Place. Section 4. Section 4. Not section 4.
Having the golden altar, incense, and the Ark of the Covenant covered on all sides with gold, in which was a golden urn holding the manna, and Aaron's staff that budded in the table.
Tablets have become tablets. You're gonna say it. And then above it were the cherubim of glory overshadowing the mercy seat. Of these things we cannot now speak in detail.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what we're about to see.
Yeah, so you're right. Actually, it's interesting that said that we cannot speak about him in detail. And I want you to see something. See the high priest? There's a whole chapter dedicated for the clothes of the high priest.
Where is it? Probably
I don't remember. Yeah, I started from Exodus. But we even know that there's like 2 rings of gold connecting this to this, and we know the sizes, and we know what kind of threads they had, and everything is written in small details, so we know exactly how to build it. Okay, but then if we get into the Holy of Holies, we don't know almost anything about the cherubim. Even in Exodus 25, it says there's 2 cherubim, one in front of the other, with the heads looking down at the wings spread. That's all we know. So it's not that God can't offer us detail. It's maybe that he doesn't want us to focus on those things. Okay? And we will see the cherubim inside, and they could be very different than what we have. Their size could be different, their shape could be different, and you know what? I am more than okay with it. Because, I'll just tell you it now. You see their heads? Their head is looking down to the mercy seat, which means that they're bowing to somebody greater than them. Then they're not the most important thing in that place. But it is so much easier to focus on that. Okay? So they're bowing down to God. Guess what the high priest would do? You'll be face down on the floor. Okay, so the Bible doesn't give us an exact description on how they look like. And there's probably not a whole lot of eyewitnesses either. Okay, think about it. He went in, face down, right? He probably crawled under because this was one piece, closed, one piece. He walk in with the incense. First, you have to take the incense, put it inside. To do what? Fill this place full of smoke. So there's a smoke.
Wow.
And as far as we know, the only source of light is here. There's even a chance that the high priest himself never saw it.
Oh, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening.
It's incredible.
So we don't know. The Bible does, And again, it's so sad for me to see that people still looking for this today. I mean, it's one thing to lose this. You're not coming in. Yeah, coming in. Let's see.